Listen up. It's time to get real. Every day you wake up, you've got a choice. You can either show up for yourself or let excuses run your life. But here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your problems. The only person who owes you is you. Taking full responsibility for your life is one of the most powerful and transformative mindsets you can adopt. It means understanding that your current situation, your successes, your failures, and everything in between are ultimately the result of the choices you've made or the actions you've taken or failed to take. This mindset removes the power from external circumstances, people, or luck, and places it squarely where it belongs, in your hands. When you fully embrace responsibility, you stop blaming others for where you are. You stop pointing fingers at your environment, your upbringing, or your past. And you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems or hand you what you think you deserve. Instead, you accept that no one is coming to rescue you and you become the hero of your own story. This shift in thinking changes everything. It means you own your mistakes and learn from them. It means you celebrate your victories because you earn them. It means you stop being a victim and become a creator. Many people fall into the trap of externalizing blame. They say things like, I can't succeed because I don't have the right connections, or I don't have enough money to start, or my family situation makes it impossible. While it's true that circumstances can be difficult and resources limited, taking full responsibility means recognizing that those obstacles do not define you. They do not dictate your future. What defines you is how you respond to those challenges. When you look at your life through this lens, you begin to realize that your power lies in your decisions. You can decide to learn new skills, to work harder, to develop resilience, and to keep moving forward no matter what. You have the power to change your mindset, change your habits, and change your actions. No one else can do that for you. When you stop blaming others and start focusing on what you can control, you open the door to growth and success. Taking responsibility also means being honest with yourself. It means not sugarcoating your situation or making excuses for why you haven't achieved what you want. It means asking yourself hard questions. What am I really doing every day? Am I putting in the effort required? Am I committed to my goals or just dreaming about them? Am I honest with myself about where I'm falling short? This kind of brutal honesty is necessary because it uncovers the truth about where you stand and what needs to change. Once you accept that you are responsible for your outcomes, you begin to develop a sense of ownership that drives action. You no longer wait for permission or for external validation. You stop procrastinating because you know that no one is going to do the work for you. You stop complaining because you realize complaints don't change your reality. Instead, you focus on solutions, on taking the next step, and on being consistent. This mindset builds resilience. When setbacks come, and they will, you don't give up or blame others. Instead, you analyze what happened, learn from it, and adjust your strategy. You develop the mental toughness to keep going, even when things are hard, because you know that your success depends on your willingness to take responsibility for every outcome. Taking full responsibility also fosters independence and self-confidence. When you realize that your future is in your hands, you start to trust yourself more. You believe that you have the capability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. This belief fuels your motivation and gives you the courage to take risks and push beyond your comfort zone. Moreover, responsibility empowers you to set boundaries and say no to distractions or people who don't support your vision. You recognize that your time and energy are precious, and it's up to you to protect them. You become proactive in creating the environment and habits that support your growth instead of waiting for ideal conditions to appear. In essence, taking full responsibility is about owning your life without excuses, without blame, and without waiting for others. It's about realizing that you have the ultimate power to shape your destiny through your choices, your mindset, and your relentless commitment to yourself. This realization can transform your entire approach to life and open the door to opportunity and achievements you once thought impossible. Stopping the habit of making excuses is one of the most crucial steps toward unlocking your true potential. Excuses are the invisible chain that hold you back from stepping into the greatness you're capable of achieving. They are the stories you tell yourself to justify why you're not where you want to be, why you haven't started, why you can't push harder, or why success seems out of reach. These excuses sound familiar. I don't have enough time, I'm too tired, I'm not ready yet, or it's just not my luck. But make no mistake, these excuses are lies, and they're designed to keep you comfortable in a place that is safe but far from where you want to go. Excuses are easy because they require no effort. They provide a convenient escape from responsibility and from the discomfort that growth demands. When you make excuses, you're essentially choosing to stay in your comfort zone rather than face the hard work and challenges ahead. It's a way of telling yourself, I'm not ready to face the discomfort that success requires. But the truth is, success will never come without discomfort. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. It happens when you push through the excuses and do the work even when it's hard. One of the biggest reasons people fall into the trap of excuses is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. These fears manifest as excuses because they make the fear seem less threatening. Saying I don't have time sounds less scared than admitting I'm afraid to fail. But the problem with excuses is that they never solve anything. They only delay progress. They make fear louder instead of facing it head on and moving past it. Another reason excuses hold people back is because of a lack of commitment. When your desire for success isn't stronger than your comfort with excuses, you'll always find reasons to quit or procrastinate. Excuses become a way to justify inaction. The reality is, commitment means doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. It means showing up every day, grinding even when motivation is low, and pushing through setbacks without blaming external circumstances. Excuses are also a form of self-deception. You convince yourself that the obstacle is bigger than your ability to overcome it. You minimize your own power and potential by focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do have. This mindset keeps you stuck because it shifts your focus outward, blaming the world for your limitations instead of inward, where true change begins. Breaking free from excuses requires a fundamental shift in how you think. It starts with awareness, recognizing when you are making excuses and calling yourself out on it. It's about being brutally honest with yourself and refusing to accept excuses as valid reasons. This means when you say, I don't have time, you actually examine how you're spending your day and realize that you're choosing to do less important things instead of working on your goals. It also means cultivating a mindset of accountability. And when you take full ownership of your life, excuses no longer have power over you. Committing to hustle means embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Hustle requires you to be uncomfortable, to push beyond your limits, and to keep going when others quit. It means sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gains. It means saying no to distractions, to laziness, and to excuses. It means choosing your goals over your comfort every single day. The reality is, consistent hustle doesn't guarantee overnight success. It guarantees progress. It guarantees that you're doing everything in your power to get closer to your goals. And that progress builds confidence, experience, and results that compound over time. When you commit to hustle, you step into a mindset of ownership where your outcomes are directly tied to your effort. You stop waiting for luck or opportunity to find you because you're creating your own luck through hard work. Consistent hustle also inspires others. When people see your dedication and persistence, it motivates them to raise their standards as well. Your hustle creates an energy that attracts opportunities, builds networks, and opens doors you didn't even know existed. It sets you apart in a world where most people settle for mediocrity. Ultimately, committing to consistent hustle is about deciding who you want to be. It's about choosing to be someone who doesn't quit, who doesn't make excuses, and who relentlessly pursues their dreams. It's about making the decision to put in the work every day because you believe in your vision and in your own ability to make it real. Owning your failures and continuing to move forward is one of the most powerful attitudes you can develop on the road to success. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is an essential part of the process. Those who truly achieve greatness understand that setbacks and mistakes are inevitable, but they refuse to let those moments define them or stop their progress. Instead, they take full ownership of their failures, learn from them, and use them as fuel to grow stronger and wiser. The first step in owning your failures is to stop being afraid of them. Many people avoid taking risks or trying new things because they fear failure. They think failure means they are not good enough or that they have reached their limit. But failure is not a verdict on your worth or your ability. It's simply a result or a signal that something needs to change. When you accept failure as part of the journey, you remove the emotional charge that keeps you stuck in shame or self-doubt. Taking ownership means looking at your failures honestly without making excuses or blaming others. It means asking yourself tough questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What lessons can I take away from this experience? Or when you approach failure with curiosity instead of fear or anger, you transform it into a powerful learning opportunity. This mindset turns every setback into a step forward. Many successful people have failed countless times before reaching their goals. What separates them from those who give up is their willingness to face their failures head on and keep going. And don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves or looking for scapegoats. Instead, analyze their failures, adjust their approach, and try again with renewed determination. This kind of resilience is built through experience and mindset, and it requires a deep commitment to personal growth. Owning your failures also means being patient with yourself. Progress rarely happens overnight, and success is often the result of many small failures and adjustments along the way. When you understand that failure is a natural part of improvement, you develop the patience to keep pushing forward, even when things don't go as planned. This patience prevents frustration from turning into giving up. Another important aspect is learning to separate your identity from your failures. Failing at a task or goal does not mean you are a failure as a person. When you internalize failure as a personal flaw, you risk losing confidence and motivation. But when you see failure as a temporary experience or a specific outcome, you preserve your self-worth and keep your focus on the bigger picture. Owning your failures also requires courage. It takes courage to admit mistakes, to face criticism, and to keep trying despite the risk of failing again. This courage grows stronger each time you choose to move forward rather than retreat. With every failure you own and overcome, you build mental toughness that prepares you for even greater challenges ahead. There is also a tremendous amount of power and vulnerability when it comes to failure. When you openly acknowledge your setbacks, you invite support, feedback, and guidance from others. Being honest about failure can deepen relationships and build trust because it shows humility and authenticity. It reminds you that you're not alone in facing difficulties and that seeking help is a strength, not a weakness. Ultimately, owning your failures means committing to continuous improvement. It means refusing to let mistakes keep you stuck or define your future. It means seeing failure as a necessary step on the path to mastery. Every successful person has faced moments of doubt and defeat, but their refusal to quit and their ability to learn from failure is what sets them apart. When you fully own your failures, you take control of your growth and your destiny. You stop letting fear and shame hold you back and instead turn setbacks for comebacks. You build resilience, confidence, and wisdom that no success can give you without the lessons failure teaches. This mindset transforms failure from an enemy into an invaluable teacher, guiding you toward your highest potential. Acting now and refusing to wait for perfect conditions is a critical mindset that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who remain stuck in stagnation. The truth is, the right time rarely comes knocking at your door. Waiting for perfect timing, ideal circumstances, or a sign from the universe is often just a way to avoid taking action and facing the discomfort that growth requires. If you want to succeed, you must learn to start where you are, with what you have, and take deliberate steps forward, regardless of how ready you feel. Perfection is an illusion. The conditions for success are never going to be flawless. There will always be some risk, some uncertainty, some obstacle in your path. If you wait until everything is just right, you'll be waiting forever. People who wait for perfect conditions often fall into the trap of procrastination. They convince themselves that waiting will somehow improve their chances, but in reality, it only delays progress and increases frustration. Starting now doesn't mean you have to have all the answers or a flawless plan. It means taking imperfect action. It means learning as you go and adjusting your course based on what you discover along the way. Most successful people didn't have a clear roadmap when they began. They made mistakes, adapted, and grew stronger because they were willing to start despite uncertainty. Taking action generates momentum. It creates opportunities that wouldn't exist if you remained inactive. Momentum builds confidence and makes the next step easier. Another reason waiting for perfect timing is a mistake is because circumstances can change in an instant. External factors like the economy, competition, or personal situations are unpredictable. The longer you wait, the more these variables shift and the harder it may become to catch up. Taking action now puts you ahead of the curve, even if it's just a small step. Small actions compound over time, and the cumulative effect can lead to big breakthroughs. Waiting for perfect conditions also fosters a mindset of dependency. It conditions you to believe that success depends on external factors rather than your own efforts. This mindset can rob you of your power because it makes you feel like a victim of circumstance rather than the driver of your destiny. When you start acting now, you reclaim control over your life. You shift from waiting and hoping to doing and creating. Fear often fuels the desire to wait for the right moment. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown can make waiting feel safe in action. But safety is an illusion when it leads to inaction, The risk of not starting is far greater than the risk of trying and failing. Every day spent waiting is an opportunity lost. A day you could have used to learn, grow, and move closer to your goals. Taking immediate action requires courage and commitment. It means accepting that things may not go perfectly and being okay with that. It means being willing to fail, to stumble, and to course correct as needed. This mindset transforms obstacles into challenges to overcome rather than reasons to delay. It also helps build resilience because you learn how to adapt quickly and keep moving forward regardless of setbacks. Another important aspect of acting now is understanding that progress doesn't have to be monumental to matter. Even the smallest step forward counts. Whether it's making one phone call, writing one paragraph, or practicing one skill, these actions accumulate. They build your skills, your confidence, and your vision. The key is consistency and forward momentum, not perfection. When you stop waiting and start acting, you also open yourself up to unexpected opportunities. Action attracts opportunity because it puts you in motion and in alignment with your goals. It creates visibility and connects you with people who can help you grow. Many successful people credit their breakthroughs to taking bold steps when others hesitated. They took advantage of imperfect moments and made the most of them. In summary, waiting for perfect conditions is a form of self-sabotage disguised as caution. It's a way of avoiding discomfort and risk. But growth and success demand action despite uncertainty. Starting now means embracing imperfection, facing fear, and committing to continuous progress. It means choosing to be proactive and owning your journey instead of waiting for permission or ideal circumstances. This commitment to yourself also means being honest about your goals and why they matter. When your effort is fueled by genuine passion and purpose, it becomes easier to stay motivated even when obstacles arise. You owe it to yourself to be clear about what you want and to pursue it relentlessly. Half-hearted attempts only shortchange your potential and delay the fulfillment of your dreams. Giving your best effort is also about consistency. It's not enough to work hard once in a while. True progress comes from sustained effort over time. Whether it's practicing a skill, building a business, or improving your health, the compound effect of consistent effort is what leads to breakthrough results. You owe yourself the patience and persistence to keep going, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Another critical part of owing yourself your best effort is taking care of your mental and physical well-being. You can't give your best if you're constantly exhausted, burned out, or mentally overwhelmed. Respecting yourself means balancing hard work with rest, nutrition, and self-care. It means listening to your body and mind so you can perform at your highest level consistently. When you honor your well-being, your effort becomes more sustainable and effective. There is also a mindset shift involved in truly owing yourself your best effort. It requires you to stop comparing yourself to others or measuring success by external standards. Your best effort is unique to you. It's about being the best version of yourself every day, not someone else's version. When you focus on your own progress and give your best, you build internal validation that is far more powerful than seeking approval from others. Giving your best effort is a form of self-love and respect. It says, I value myself enough to commit fully. It rejects complacency and embraces growth. When you consistently put forth your best, you create a foundation of pride and achievement that propels you forward. This foundation becomes a source of motivation during tough times and a reminder of your capability. You also owe it to yourself to learn from your experiences and continually improve your effort. Giving your best is not about perfection, it's about progress. It means reflecting on what works, what doesn't, and adjusting your approach to become more effective. This dedication to growth ensures that your best effort keeps evolving as you grow. Finally, owing yourself your best effort means recognizing that your life is your greatest asset. How you invest your time, energy, and focus shapes the reality you live in. Every decision to give less than your best is a decision to limit your potential. Every choice to push harder is an investment in your future success. When you embrace this responsibility, you move from being a passive participant in life to an active creator of your destiny.